Today's video is going to have us starting in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma at the Santa Fe train station. I think they call it the Santa Fe Depot. Here we're going to take an Amtrak, the Heartland Flyer, from Oklahoma City to Fort Worth, Texas. Really cold day today. It's supposed to snow and ice. Check out all the steam coming off of that building. But let's get inside and take a ride on this train. The Heartland Flyer wishing us a Merry Christmas. Check out the scale of this building. It's absolutely gorgeous. Even the ceiling. Santa Claus over here. Now this is pretty cool. They've got the Heartland Flyer Kids Club, where for $20 they get a round-trip ticket and a t-shirt. Looks like it's a partnership with the Oklahoma Transportation Department. That's pretty cool though. Here we go. They have opened the doors and we're headed to the trains. And the train here is up on the second story of the Santa Fe Depot. Jump in this line, show our ticket, get on the train, head south. All right, my ticket has been scanned, and they said go on down to the very last car, so that's where we're headed. So on the Heartland Flyer, it is general admission seating. So this is going to be my seat here. Pretty wide open today. Take a look out the window. Oklahoma City. And just like that, we are pulling out of Oklahoma City to head south. I think we've got 5 stops along the way. Not exactly sure where, but let's take a look. But farewell to the Santa Fe train depot. Let's go for a ride. Looks like our first stop is going to be in Norman, Oklahoma, home of the Oklahoma Sooners. Just pulled in also. I don't know if you can tell, but it's snowing right now. Alright, total time here was about 3 minutes. Probably picked up a couple of new passengers, and now we're headed to the next stop. There's the OU football stadium there in the distance. So I think if you were looking to take the train to an OU game, I would say it's walkable. It's probably like a 15-minute walk, but definitely walkable. So there are 2 controls on each one of the chairs here. The top one's going to be your recliner, which does recline back pretty far. And the second one is for your feet. So you've got a little area for a footrest here, place for your legs to rest. Then you can recline back. Pretty comfortable setup here on the Heartland Flyer. Stop number 2 here in a city called Purcell, Oklahoma, which is a little tiny town. Not a lot going on, but I think we're going to pick up 1 or 2 passengers and keep on going. Just a little tiny station in a little tiny town. That's basically the whole thing right there. Back in the woods, heading south. Starting to see some rolling hills, maybe small mountains, and definitely some cows. But Oklahoma is not as flat as it was a little bit further north. A little river here as we again continue to see the elevation rise, but check out this area. I don't know what views I expected, but it definitely wasn't mountains and rivers. Our next stop here is in a town called Paul's Valley, which has an old locomotive here in the town square at the station. Another little town. The snow stopped. Been a good ride so far. One guy hopped off. Looks like the station here is boarded up. I don't know if they're shutting down or if they're renovating, but here it is if you've never seen it before. Paul's Valley, Oklahoma. Now here on the center car, got a dining and lounge car. Go downstairs and take a peek. Steep stairs, man.
Here, how you ever been doing, man? Like some snow in? That's it work.
Alright, back from the cafe car. Ended up with a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich on an everything bagel, which was just a refrigerated sandwich they threw in the microwave, and hot cup of coffee. Some Amtrak branded napkins. See how it is. Alright, a couple of bites in, and it's exactly what you would expect. It is, it's a tasty sandwich. It's not gourmet, but for a train, not bad. Ooh, bumpy.
We'll open those doors from the outside.
And the final stop in Oklahoma is going to be in a town called Ardmore. Looks like a pretty good sized town. They did say we could step off the train here. Maybe I go down and take a peek. Let's go. Yeah, so far my trip here has been pretty good. No complaints. The train's been very quiet. I would say the majority of people on the car that I'm in have been sound asleep. So, I'd totally do this again. I don't know that I ever said this, but this ticket, I bought the refundable fare because it was only $2 more. It cost me $34. And that's, I feel like that's a bargain. It's cheaper than a tank of gas for sure. Alright, rolling out of Ardmore. Oh, check it out. Another city with a train in the town square. But, real short stop in Ardmore, less than 5 minutes. But nice to get up, stretch your legs, keep heading south. That was going to be our last stop in Oklahoma. Next stop, I think, is going to be Gainesville, Texas. See if we can shoot the Red River, which is the natural land border of Oklahoma and Texas. Keep on moving. And here we go. The Red River. So we have left Oklahoma, and now we are officially on Texas soil. It looks exactly the same. And here we come into the big city of Gainesville, Texas, which I believe is actually going to be our last stop before Fort Worth. I also think it's another place that we can get off. I don't think I'm going to get off here, stretch my legs, but Gainesville, Texas. Again, pulling out of the station. I think we were here less than 5 minutes, but back into the woods we go. Next stop, Fort Worth. Big giant train yard here. I mean, rail after rail after rail after rail of trains waiting to go somewhere. Getting real close now to Fort Worth. Alright, there off to the left is our first view of downtown Fort Worth. So we're getting close. Should be there in the next 5 minutes. Another train passing down there as we make our approach into the Fort Worth station. It's right here in the heart of downtown Fort Worth. And I believe the plan is that they're going to actually pull through and then back us into one of these station tracks. So looks like there's 1, 2, 3 different tracks that we could be pulling into. Looks like there's some buses there for those who are trying to connect to different places within the DFW area. But we made it. Welcome to Fort Worth. Here goes the conductors to guide us into our spot. It looks like we're going to be here on track number 3. Should back up here momentarily. And here we go. Backing in to the station. It was a good ride. Gonna come down here to a complete stop. And this completes the journey from Oklahoma City to Fort Worth, Texas on the Heartland Flyer. Alright. We are off on the Heartland Flyer. Good times.